It's now time for Captain Science! Fantastic Adventure Stories! Captain Science, tracking the flying saucers. What is the real story behind the wild tales of flying saucers that flash across darkened skies in eerie light? Do they exist? If so, what secret terrors do they hide? What horrors do they shield? Only Captain Science and his young assistant Rip Gary know. Only they can save us from an ominous and unknown danger greater than the world has ever seen. Our story begins in January 1950 in the wild mountain regions of New Mexico, where Gordon Dane, eminent physicist and researcher, has taken his pupil and protege Rip Gary on a geological field trip.
Gosh, Gordon, this is wonderful. Being with you is almost like having Dad alive again. You're not like a teacher. You're a pal.
Thanks, Rip. I've always thought that things should be learned firsthand and not through dry and musty books. No sense of adventure intrudes on the quiet scene when...
Gordon! Look! Over there! What is it? That queer glow that's filling the sky.
I don't know. Maybe it's a meteor. I've never seen anything like it.
It's getting brighter. It's unearthly. There it is, Gordon. See it? It's some kind of disc.
A flying saucer? I don't believe it. We're seeing things.
Wow! We're not imagining that. Look at it travel.
Unbelievable. I'd give anything to get in one of those. It can't be from this world. As the eerie machine speeds off into the distance, there is a sudden explosion, and the ship abruptly bursts into flames. By Jupiter, it's exploded!
Wow! Maybe it's from another planet?
Come on, let's get the horses. Maybe we can reach it before it's completely consumed by the flames. I've got to know what it is. Picking their way through the wild, rocky country, the two finally reach the wreck as dawn reaches the desert.
I thought it fell a lot closer than this. We've been riding all night.
Well, we can't be too far away now, and look, there it is! We'd better leave the horses here and approach on foot. They're too nervous.
All right. I am a little afraid that wreck doesn't belong in this world. There's something queer about it.
As the two approach the fallen saucer, Rip suddenly staggers. Rip, what's wrong?
Gordon, I'm dizzy. I can't go on. I'm getting numb.
Rip, I've got to help him. There must be something coming from that wreck that's affected him.
Gordon, get out.
Rip! I'll get you.
Gordon,
what's that?
leave the boy alone. He will be safe. Come to the ship. Hurry, there is not much time.
Obeying the voice, Gordon approaches the wreck and finds a weird figure lying there.
Come closer. Do not be afraid. I have much to tell you, and little time to do so.
I must be dreaming.
I am Knur. I come from a star beyond your planetary system. The germ spores that infest your planet are poisonous to me, and I am dying. It is because of them I crashed.
I am listening.
My race have gone much farther in their development than you Earthlings, and there would have been no reason for my coming but for the terrible danger that threatens the universe. We need your help.
But if you are so far beyond us in matters of science, what can we do?
Only you Earthlings have the strength and stamina, plus the minds, to conquer this danger. We have the brain, but not the body to fight it.
I just can't believe all this.
Then I will give you proof. In the wreck of my spaceship, you will find a triangular metal box. Bring it to me.
All right, but I'm sure that I'll wake up any second now. Moments later, Gordon returns with an odd-looking machine. Here it is. It wasn't even damaged.
I know. It is indestructible. It is a mechanical brain that can impart to its user all the knowledge we have gained and show him all we have seen. Put on the helmet.
Gordon dons the helmet, and the machine is adjusted.
Now you shall see the terror that faces you and all the other creatures of this galaxy. Look upon those who would make slaves of all in the system.
I see nothing yet, but there is an odd buzzing from the earpieces. Suddenly, the screen clears and reveals a scene of appalling horror.
Blast them with the Ormex ray. The fools flee. It would be better if they surrendered. They are doomed.
Run! Run! The beasts of Rack have landed! We are lost!
Rather than face them, I would die first! Help!
Ormex rays paralyzed them for a while. What now, Core? Pick the most beautiful of the women and the strongest of the men. Use as many of them as necessary for food, and exterminate the rest.
After the women and men have been chosen and segregated,
Blast them! I hear, Core. Would that Rack were here to enjoy the sight. Now select the strongest and most beautiful for Rack. The rest we divide among ourselves. Go now. Oh, Rack will be pleased with this day. Come, let us choose.
unable to watch the horrors depicted on the screen, Gordon rips the helmet from his head. Enough, enough! Where was that? Who were those poor people and what were those things?
What you saw took place on Callisto only 100 light years ago. Those things were the men from outer space who threaten us all. Someday, it might happen here.
That must never be. How can I help? Is there something I can do?
Yes, that is why I am here. Your great work with Dr. Einstein and others, your keen mind, your youth, makes you fitted for the grave task now given to you. There is not time for me to reveal to you all the knowledge of my race. The mechanical brain will take care of that. With it, you will know and understand all that we do.
Good. With it, I and other men on Earth will defeat these beastmen and drive them back into outer space.
No, only you will defeat them. All that you have learned must be kept a complete secret. Earthlings are not yet ready for such knowledge. They might use it for evil means. Promise you will never reveal what you have learned.
I promise. But what of Rip?
I have thought of that. When he wakes, his mind will be conditioned to help you. He will also have another use.
Another use? What do you mean?
The vast wealth left to him by his father will build for you the laboratory to house the advanced scientific instruments that will be shown to you, and which will make you Captain Science of Earth.
But you! Is there no way I can help you?
No. I am at my journey's end. Go now, before it is too late. Go to your friend, and remember, you will be watched.
Goodbye, then. I give you my sacred promise that as long as I live, I will do everything within my power to end the rule of those horrors I witnessed.
Goodbye. The machine brain will protect you. Now, leave, for I am going.
I am truly sorry. May your gods keep you and give you rest. Leaving the visitor from space, Gordon takes the mechanical brain and returns to Rip.
Where am I? What happened? I feel so groggy.
You'll be all right, Rip. I'll explain later.
Gordon, I just had the wildest dream. I dreamed the world was threatened from outer space. And now that I am awake, I know it to be true. I know it.
It is true, Rip. It is true, and we are going to do something about... Look! Look at the spaceship!
It exploded. But there was no sound. No noise at all.
He destroyed the ship with himself. He must have used ultrasonic power. Seconds later, the two reach the spot where the flying saucer had been, but nothing of it remains, not even dust.
It is gone. Completely, totally destroyed. I can't believe it was here, but I saw it.
It was here, all right. And now it is up to us to carry on. We'll start this very day. Perhaps with the help of the brain, we will be victors. It is the two of us against those beasts. An army of two. It is as I said. I'm Captain Science, and you're my lieutenant. Between us, we'll win. We must, for the sake of the universe.
We will, Gordon. I know it just as surely as I know my dream is real.